Tonight on DFY Magic Themes, we're going to give you some updates to the members area, and also we're going to talk about Yive sites. All that and a lot more. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Hope you're doing well. First person in the room tonight was Lynn. Good evening, Lynn. Followed by Paul, followed by Richard, followed by Don. Hello to Barry and anyone else who's popping in. We've got some exciting news for your members area. For those that are inside a DFY Magic theme, stay tuned for that. And lots more exciting news to come tonight. We'll get going very shortly. Well, hello. Another week's gone by and Rob has gone invisible. That's magic, that is.
How did that happen?
I don't know. What have you done? That's a new trick, isn't it? Sit closer to your camera, maybe.
No, it's like the camera turned off.
Oh,
That's
okay.
weird.
Well, I'll let you fix that while we have a chat about a few bits and pieces. You might have to re-plug your camera back in or something. Well, there he is.
There it comes.
If by
was
magic the
weird.
shopkeeper appeared.
Hello, everybody. I was just trying to have a dramatic entrance.
You're
know?
one of those magicians like David Blaine, aren't you? Is that who it was, David Blaine?
Copperfield.
I thought David Copperfield was in A Christmas Carol or one of those.
No, I think he was a magician too.
All that confusion, eh? I'm glad you've reappeared anyway, Robert. Just a red background for the night, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. So let's say hello to a few people. Barry, Bob, Chris, Colin, Don, Lynn, Paul, Richard, and Steve in the room. So good evening to all of you guys. And we got some important news to bring you up to date with, and we brought Kurt in to share with us on this because he messaged me earlier today on this. You right,
No,
Kurt?
we need one of those.
Little ticker symbol coming across the bottom of the screen.
Big update.
Oh man, and this is big. This is out of the blue, hit me in the face today, and it's just like, man. Yep. Paul just put Yive boom. That is pretty much it. I had built AutoYive, which is a Chrome extension which automates Yive sites, and it's been running since I started promoting Yive sites. Worked great, creating the sites, automatically posting to all the sites as well. Great for PBNs. And with the news today, I started canceling member subscriptions to it, which this is costing me thousands. And I know that this is also hurting everyone else at the same time because that was their PBNs. Some people were hooking up their domains to it to actually have that as their blogs. It is just going to be devastating. The nice part is he's giving to the 31st of August. for you to grab the data from your blogs. He does have an export there, and then you can import that into your blog, to your WordPress blogs. But yeah, this is huge.
I had an
Definitely
inkling
huge.
of this a while back because you and I, Kurt, were talking. Because
Right.
obviously we promoted the product because it was a really good product at the time, but then we realised slowly that commissions weren't being paid, and that became a major
Or not
problem.
as quickly, right?
And I know some affiliate marketers that are still waiting to be paid their money. Now I was very lucky because most of it was paid. There's some that hasn't been, and I've just let it go.
Right.
And the thing is, when someone who is asking you to promote something, and I bought in on it as well. I used it. I built blogs on it. But when
Yes.
WP Horde came along, I was switching over gradually because I own the websites. So
Right.
even if in a year's time, accidentally, for whatever reason, lightning hit you and WP Horde disappeared, I still owned all the blogs.
You still have all the blogs, exactly.
With this, with Yive, he's gone. Thanks for the money.
It's devastating people's businesses. Yes.
Because I didn't think of just doing one lifetime deal at the start to raise some money and then monthlies, which is always a problem, in any business. This is why we don't do lifetime deals ourselves again now.
Right.
We have said to current members, if you are paying a monthly right now and you wanted to get in on a permanent lifetime deal, reach out to us. There's two or three members we would probably talk to and try and sort something out with. Yeah. But that is it. There's no more, someone knocks on my door tomorrow that we don't know. They have to come in, and we are rejigging our plans to be monthly to support this for a long time to come. And that's what I love about WP Horde. You never did give me give me a few grand up front.
Right.
Right. Thanks very much. I built this product. And then, I don't know how long Yive sites have been going for, but a couple of years on, suddenly going,
we're done.
Due to various reasons, we got to shut it down. And that's him. I feel, that's money now I've wasted into a product that was really good.
Time. Martin, here's the thing. I noticed a few months ago, he used to have 1 to 20 servers with no notes beside it, and then 21 to 60 experimental servers. A few months ago, they disappeared. It was definitely dropped down to 20. So what it is, and it comes down to monetary resources. When you create a product that requires you to have servers and you don't have recurring revenue coming in for that, you're not going to be in business long.
Yeah.
Case in point right here. And that's not on top of the health. That's just basic business.
So you and I talked earlier about this, right?
Right.
And straight away, the first thing you said to me was, I'm cancelling all of the monthlies on Auto Yive, right? Straight away. And that's a really good thing to do. But you've also come back at me earlier on when we were talking and gone, I've got to do something for people who owned Auto Yive. And I know you want to share that now to be fair to people.
So what I'm doing is, in order to be a little bit transparent, I'm offering $120 in post-exchange credits. If you got Auto Yive and you're having to close down, let me know. I will get you, when you sign up, let me know. I'll get you that credit 30 days after you sign up. That way you can actually see something a little bit out of it, trying to recoup a little bit of your money. It's definitely, it's like I said, I only thing I could do is try to help, try to assist those and recovering from this devastation. It's almost as bad as a hurricane hitting a a network operations center. That's what this reminds me of. The credits that I'm offering is post-exchange credits on WP Horde.
Can you explain what that does for people that don't know?
Sure. So some people sign up to WP Horde, they'll add their blogs, they'll add a WordPress.com blog, and they will allow guest posting on their blogs. The credits are a guest post on that individual blog. And this will help get you, it may not get you back 100% right, but I'm doing the best I can. But $120 worth of credits is, let me pull up the actual amount.
While
So
you're
I
doing
think it's
that,
around, I think it's around 1,000 guest posts
so
on blogs.
with WP Horde, what you're able to do is set up your own network. So you set up your own WordPress sites on your own hosting. You build them all up, and you connect them all to WP Horde. And in a nutshell, WP Horde now has AI that can auto write posts for you and send them out across your network. You can set and forget the whole system, and it auto generates content based on your keywords. It also has spinner integration with it, so you can spin the content so that if you've got 20 blogs, you can send the same post out to all 20 blogs instantly, and it's a different, unique article on each one. That's pretty much in a nutshell. And then the part that Kurt's talking about is you can share your blog to earn credits, and lots of people on WP Horde are sharing their blogs. So imagine this: you put a post up on your blogs, and you also say, I want to share it out as well. And it goes across a few hundred other blogs as well. Right. And then you've got backlinks from lots of other sites that other people own, and it becomes a big network. But the cool thing about it is ultimately you own your own network on the front end. And that gives it sort of domain authority as it's sharing out across these networks. That's pretty much sort of WP Horde in a nutshell. You can go to dfymagicthemes.com/WP Horde. And then when you go there, there's a training tab at the top that you can go for all of the training videos that Kurt's done already before you even buy. Plain simple.
All of it's there. All of it's there.
And then Kurt's kindly saying that if you've owned Auto Yive from him, reach out to him and say that, and he will hook you up in 30 days time with those credits you can then share across other people's networks. And I think that's
exactly
a really nice thing to do on the system. So I know Bob's saying that he asked for a refund a few months ago, and he actually got his refund, but he's saying the support was awful.
Yep.
You know, and it saddens me because we recommended it, because I got recommended by someone else to it, and that I got told by lots of people that the guy behind it was fantastic, and at the time he was very good at what he's doing. Life gets in the way. His post today said that he's been unwell, whatever reason, and so life gets in the way. But I think if he turned around and gone, look, we got to switch to monthly to support the product. Right. Sorry, you bought in. We're going to give you some credits now, but you're going to have to pay monthly. I think a lot of us would have just switched over and paid monthly to keep the product going. Instead, it's just been shut down, and I worry what's going to happen to the other products that he's released.
Yes,
that's the big question. You know,
for my 2 cents worth, this is the thing. When you look at third-party platforms, you look at third-party softwares, you look at all these other products, nothing is always going to stand the test of time. The internet changes too fast. However, what I believe is it comes down to the quality of the person, not the AI writer, not the automated this, it's the quality of the person. What am I going to do for the people that are in this, that are following me, that I'm going to now destroy by shutting this down? And the financial part can be worked out. If he's ill or what I don't wish ill will on anybody, but that's where it comes around to, because it happened to Stephen and I. We got involved in stuff. We relied on other people, and they let us down. So we try very hard never to let people down by getting involved in things that can shut down. And Kurt, you are one of the few people I feel in our circle here that we can trust. Your products are always going to be supported. That's what's important to us, because if you let us down on your products, then we let our people down. And we don't want that. We don't want that domino effect. We want to make sure this, I mean, not to get off on a segue here, but Steve and I were talking about today the call center and having it as a separate thing for other people. The reality is we want this to be so simplistic for people to be able to not only build and rank and rent, but to have the whole thing all in one, it's an all-in-one process. It's an all-in-one, everything's set up for you to just run with it. And that's what we're building here. So rather than trying to make 10 cents and 20 cents and 40 cents all over the place, we want the whole thing to work together. And
Right.
it just, for Stephen and I, we want to be able to, say you were brand new, Kurt, and you never touched any of this stuff before. We want to be able to plug you into our system and have you get that ATM online that's spitting money for you.
Mm.
It's not going to happen overnight, but
No.
we want you to have everything that you're not looking, you're not searching, you're not trying to put together. It's already done. And your products for us and where we want to go is the end. You're the home run hitter. You're the bases are loaded and you're coming up to bat, buddy, because when all the rest of it's in place and the call center's working and the sites are built and they have all the things in place, and then you come in with WP Horde and just smack it out of the park, there's no chance that the sites can't rank.
Right.
It's putting that last, we saw the vision. We still have the vision. And we're so much closer to it now than we were a year or 6 months ago. So I didn't interrupt, but I want that to understood, because every time you pull in something from third party here, third party there, 34 over here, something's going to fail and it's going to break your
Right.
network.
Right.
Something's going to let you down, and that's what I want to avoid.
Like I said before we went live, if you've ever built a house on someone else's sand lot, things happen. All of a sudden, you get the notice of you got to go. You're done. It's like someone has grabbed the rug and pulled it out from underneath me. But I also know every single person that's been utilizing that software is failing it just as bad. And the only thing that we can do is say, how can we help? Let's try to lessen this pain.
Do you know
That's
what's
the whole
funny as
idea.
well? I had someone ask a question about social media management, right? And I recommended a product that was on a monthly, and they came back and went, just found this one on AppSumo, right? And there's no monthlies with it. And I went back, I went, that's fine. I said, what plan are you gone to? They went for the top plan. I said, okay. So in a year's time, when they got no money coming in, what's going to happen?
Right.
It's
I
up to you
noticed
at the end of the day.
Don was asking, is no one going to buy him out? Here's the problem. You have to buy out something that has assets without it being worth something. The only thing that's worth right now is the customer base, and they're all pissed.
Yeah.
Think?
Whether he's sick or not, and I'm going to be on the side that he is. And if he's sick, I wish him the best. And I have no reason to doubt that he's not. But whenever it comes down to business, as you hear many times in a lot of gangster movies, it's only business, nothing personal.
Right.
The other problem with it is the server costs involved. If you go to them and go, right, give it to me, let me take over it, and he goes, well, I want X amount of money for it, right? And let's say he wants 20K for it because of the customer base. But you okay, I'll pay you that, right?
Now you also have the cost of all the servers.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. It's far easier to turn around and say, you know what, there's other products on the market run by better people. I know with Kurt that when I've had when I got AutoYai from you and had a problem, I reached out to you. You had it fit. You went, no problem. The next day it was all fixed. In fact, you waited longer for Google to approve the Chrome store than what it was to fix the thing. And that was the only reason why you were waiting. You always look after your products. You always update them. You always keep them going. And
I had the sad job today to tell my developer it's time to sunset AutoYai. And he goes, why? I was like, they're closing down Yive sites. So, yeah.
And you've done the right thing by straight away canceling all the subscriptions. So there's no other outgoing costs and saying to people, reach out to me and we'll sort something out with you.
That's it.
You didn't have to offer a single thing because your product was reliant on AutoYive. That's not
Right.
your fault for it being shut down, you know. Bob, Yive Video for the moment is staying alive, but the problem being, in any business, when you like DFI Magic Feeds, we've got a regular monthly income coming in that easily covers our running costs, right? The moment you don't have that income coming in, you can't support the business. You can't support the business will disappear. And the
Diminishing
problem being
returns.
is he's now pissed off a lot of customers, right? And if there was any monthlies on any of the other products, people are going to start going, well, they shut down that and that. I think the rest of it's going to go. They're going to start looking around for similar products that can do the same thing, move their assets over as quickly as they possibly can, and cancel. So he's now on a downward spiral. That's the way I can see it. And
that's a has been. It has been for a while. This didn't.
Well,
just
that's the other thing,
today.
isn't it? It's been a long going thing, because how many times has he turned around and gone, oh, by the way, I'm running the last lifetime deal ever, and then a few months later he runs it again, and again and again
And then again.
He should have turned around and gone, it's now on monthlies. You know, raise your money in the first place. Like this is what we do sometimes, and we've done it with the call center. We've done a lifetime deal on the call center to raise the development costs. That money's safe, and we're having the plugin develop the Magic Call Center. And that's news tonight. We're going to give some people in a moment. And as it's being upgraded, you get the latest version. And the plan is we're going monthly with it after that, so no one else can get in on that deal that we did originally. So yeah, and that's how it is. So, but thank you, Kurt. And if anyone's looking at WP Horde, dfimagicthemes.com/WP Horde, it gives us a little bit of money to support what we're doing. We are an affiliate, so we've made sure that we're clear on that. And go look at the training that Kurt's already done on the training tab to make your mind up. If it's not for
And
you,
I'm going to
that's
be
not-
adding more, because we now support WordPress multi-user sites, which allows you to have multiple subdomain.domain.com sites or blogs from one installation of WordPress. And I'm going to be doing training on how to set those up.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about it. You could set it up as long as your blog host allows you to have X number of subdomains, you're good to go. And I can even teach you how to use Cloudflare for wildcard SSLs, so you don't have to worry about getting a wildcard SSL from any place else. And it works perfectly. So I'll be doing some training on that as well.
We'll
Awesome.
be talking about more on that soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you as always, Kurt. Much appreciated.
Take care.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you. So now on to some other exciting news for members of DFI Magic Themes, and I'm going to share the members area. Oh, bear with me. Share screen.
That it just goes to show that you have to put your time and effort into the things that you really believe in.
Yeah.
And not only that, those people, if you don't have a good feeling all the time, then you have to question, are you in the right place? And that's what's going to happen more and more as you see online. It's 80% just buy my stuff. I don't care if it ever works for you.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And then there's that 20% that really want people to do well. And you have to find that. And I'm not saying that we're that for everybody, because we may not be, but the reality is we put our customers, we put anybody involved with us first. And at a point of, it's ridiculous, the cost of what we provide. It's so low cost compared to so many other things that don't work, that people pay for full price. But it's going to blow up for us, because we're going to continue to do the right things. Bottom line.
Yeah. So in your members area, if you are a member of the Magic Call Center, you come in here, you click start. And in here now, we've got the demo video of version 1. This is just to divert calls at the minute. Our tech team, devs are working on the text message version, which will either forward a text message to an email address or to another mobile number. He's working with Twilio at the moment to get this sorted. And right here is your download link where you can install it. And with it, you use, well, if you're installing on a site that's already got the Magic Code Builder on, use the same code, because our codes work per domain now. And so you just put the same code in and follow this training that I've done in the members area and have a play around with it. And as we upgrade and add more features, we'll update you guys, and this link will be updated as well. So that's in your members area. Now, if I come back and we scroll down, we've just recently added the Handyman website. That's in here now. And at the bottom, the directory website. Now, I haven't done the full training on the directory website yet, but there are 2 places that you need to add your license key to. And bear with me while I just find.
Can you show the directory, Steve?
Yeah. I'm just going to get to it now. And load it up. Which takes a bit longer loading, and I'll share this page. It's just thinking about it. Let's go to the front.
And that being said, even though it's built, when you see the build now, you're going to get ideas of other things that you can use this for and other ways that you can use it. But for right now, it's standard localization towards home repairs and local information, which is what it should be.
Yeah. Just gonna get logged in a minute. When that let me in, Robert. Let me try. The password's not let me in, which is typical. Let me see if I've got a different password on my other system a minute. I want to show people. I show the front end, but I can't get into the back end at the second. Just find this a minute.
It's always best to show the front end first.
No, true. But I like to be logged in as well. And I'm frantically looking for the right password. I think it might be this instead. Let me try something a minute. That one works. No. All right.
Let's see.
I'll work that out in a minute. I'll show the front end, and we will get in on another site if need be. Let me just show this. So this is the directory site. On the admin area, by the way, there are 2 versions. When you enter your license key, this button will then appear. Without the license key, the ad listing doesn't show. But the idea is these have short codes in them from the MCB inside of them, and you can update the content anywhere where this sort of content is. We've got the short codes on page. As we wander
on page down, and spun.
Yeah. And so as you wander down, as you create listings inside the admin area and you approve them, these get replaced automatically. And these will also get replaced as well. And then there's more and more down here. There's testimonials, a little web banner, which you can change to the link. You have to do it on page, but you change the link to your agency site or wherever you want to send it to. And down here, we've added local information links. And what these do is they'll go to Wikipedia, Google Weather. I think it's a weather website, location, news, which will be when you change the word location inside of a short code, this will say, like, your Taunton news, for an example, things to do in Taunton. If you change the location tags, this changed automatically. And when you click on these outbound links, it brings you over to Google for things to do. It'll bring over to Google News, a weather site, and Wikipedia. And all these areas here, locations will change automatically as you update in the back office. I am just trying to see if I can remember the original URL.
And then just a footnote on that. The outbound authority links that we put on there for you work pretty much anywhere, but it saves you from having to go in and create outbound authority links in the content on the site. We pre-installed them so they'll work for everybody. You can change them. You can do whatever you want. But the reality is we wanted to add one more thing that is one step closer to the push button install and everything's done. We've used Rank Math Pro on the build, and we set it up with that. Now we can't leave it in there. We have to take it out. So it has been set up on the beginning, but when you start adding all your stuff and adding pages and adding different things, you're still going to want to be able to do SEO to the individual pages. And the final footnote there is to take those top locations and change that as soon as possible, because if you're in Florida like I am, having London and Dubai and Australia isn't really as good for the SEO locally. I mean, if it was a national site, yes, you want to have locations over the world. But if they're not relevant, don't leave them there. Make them closer to your location. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think
and the training hasn't been done yet, Bob. No, we just literally got through the entire build and made sure everything was working correct and got it wrapped up. And now it's time to get the training done.
I remember the other URL, Robert.
Which one are you looking for, Steve?
I'm looking for the original URL for the directory site where we copied it from, because I know that login. I don't know why I can't remember the other login. I'll just go and grab it a minute. I want to show people this if I can. Where's it to? Just jumped. I've got it. Right.
Got it?
Yeah, I've got it. Close that. Right.
So how about some ones in the chat if you like the new look?
Okay, cool. So I'm now inside of the members area. When you first come in to the back office, you're going to need your license key from your own members area. You've got a pool of 50 licenses. Use one of them and come in here. And the first thing you do is you click on where it says license, put your license key in there and activate. Come down to the MCB, do the same again, and the site will then fire up. Without that license key in, like I said, on the front end, it doesn't have the add listing button. So no one can add a, when people visit your site, they can't add their own listing. Then we come down to the directory tab here. When someone adds a listing, it goes into pending. And then you, as the owner of the site, can come in and approve, publish it or not, right? Now, the only thing we were trying to add a payment gateway in onto one of the pages, and we came to the decision that there are so many out there that you're better off adding your own payment page on it. Use Gumroad, Warrior Plus, one of those where you can take payments through the system, or bill or invoice them directly. So if you want to charge for your listings on here, you can. That's an option. A lot of people will just want to add local listings into here themselves and use it as a site to generate leads, which is what I'm using it for more than anything. But if someone in the local area then went in and added their own listing, you can decide whether you approve it or not, if you want to charge to approve it. Little things I would do as well, if I was running my own directory site, and this is just one of the listings that's already in here, is I would look for the phone number in the system or the email address, and I'd make it slightly wrong. So like the phone number in here, I would, put a digit wrong, email the company and say, hey, we got your listing. Can you go and check it? When they come to look at it, they go, oh, it's wrong. And then you can give them a form to sign up, add a form on your site on a page that is linked to an autoresponder to capture their email address, and you can market to them. but initially it's just getting the foot in the door with them. Can you do premium listings or ads? Yeah. So when it comes to adverts, we visit the site. The easiest thing to do for adverts is edit this page inside of Cadence. And somewhere in here, I would add don't touch any of that, but find a space somewhere like just above this section here, for an example. This is, by the way, the old demo site, so it hasn't got the short codes in it. I had to get into a different version temporarily. I'm going to try and record the training over the weekend to show people. But for an example, you could click in here, click up here and go insert before. And where's it jumped to? Should have inserted it here. Oh, it's inserted it there. But you can do an insert and then add your content accordingly. So I would add a row layout, and then I would pick how many adverts I want to do, whether I want to do 3 boxes that are even or 2 boxes. And then you could add images in here, make them clickable for your adverts on the page. That's the fastest way I would be inclined to do it. And I'll add some of that into the training when I get to record it. Like I said before, inside of the members there, we've been asked all the time for access to it, and we've been wanting to add it now. If you go into your members there and you got buy now on it, raise a support ticket, because we'll give you a coupon code. Because for me to sit down and go through everyone's account who's got a current plan with us, it's going to take me a bit of time to do rather than just give you a coupon code. So if you are a lifer, put a note inside of the account saying you're a lifer. We pretty much know all the lifers anyway. Just gives a reminder, because also Greg's going to be doing some of these for me, and he might just drop me a quick note to say, oh, is that a lifer? And I'll go, yes. And then you'll get a coupon code. All right. To raise a support ticket, we've got a link down the bottom of your members area now where you can click here for the help desk, or go to dfymagicthemes.com/support. And training will be added inside of that members area as we go along to show you how to use the directory site. I've been recording like mad this week to get the call center training done and edited. And so there's, as you can understand, there's an awful lot involved when we're doing all these recordings and stuff. And so that's how it sort of works out with it.
So that what happens is, everything starts coming together all at once, and there's only so much time in a day. We don't do anything pretty much Monday through Friday, but every once in a while, half a day on Tuesday, we have to work. But so the directory site now opens up the DFY Magic Ranker, because now we can start finishing that. But as well, Handyman, you're going to show that one, Steve?
I can go to a demo. Let me load it up. Move this out of the way. Let me share my screen again.
So what happened? We made a corporate decision between Stephen and myself to say we have to make the builds as easy as possible for you guys for the edits, which meant kind of a restructure. And we did it in a way that was a lot more effort for us, but we felt it would help from the support tickets we were getting on the user side to be able to find the shortcodes they want to change and change the content. So it's not going around your elbow to get to your nose to make changes, but you still have to go find the shortcodes to make the changes in them because of the licensing. Like we've always said, we want you guys to be in control with the Thor's hammer. Somebody don't pay you, I shut the license down and your site looks broken. And that's what we will continue to do.
Robert, when we go to the inner circle, we'll go through the short codes and the differences for the inner circle members.
Okay.
All right. But this is the Handyman site. It's fully built. It's been SEO'd up. We've got the content on there. The only thing I want to add to this site, which I haven't had time to do yet, is what we've done with the directory site, where we've got the external links at the bottom here somewhere to Wikipedia, Google, etc. And that's the next point. But with this, again, you do the easy install that's inside of the Build, Rent, Rank training. And once you've got the site installed, you can come into the back office. I'll show this part, and then we'll say goodnight to the free groups and show more in depth into this. You just come into company info, and once you're in there, you can edit the website URL, the name of the company, the contact name, public email, company name, formatted address, locality, state, all this sort of stuff. You can change phone number, and it auto populates on the entire site right the way through. So anywhere where you've got a phone number on one of our builds, so for an example, if we go to the contact us page, we come down, it'll change that to a phone number, that'll change that to a public email address, that'll change to the locality / postcode.
On every page on the build.
Every single page, it'll change it down in the footer. Anywhere where it's got company name there, have your company name just by changing that one short code inside of the Magic Code builder. Same with social media links, you change them, they auto change. And that's how we built this site out accordingly to make it super easy. So you could load this as it is. It's been all SEO'd up and ready to roll. Even phone links change as well. So that's how easy this build is. And that's how we do all of our builds. And we are restructuring our pricing, and basically next week we're aiming to show people the new pricing structures, because we are, we got monthlies coming in already, but we're going to restructure the whole package. And if someone's on a different package for any reason, and they want to switch, they can reach out to us. And we've said already, existing members, if you're on a monthly and you want to get to that point where you're not, reach out to us on a help desk ticket. We're happy to talk to you and trying to come to some sort of arrangement for you on that as well. Because when we launch this fully, it's going to be monthlies only that we're switching to. So that's the direction we're going in. Anything else you want to add, Robert?
Lots, but I don't know. Around the tip of my tongue, I can't remember what I wanted to say.
It's always the way, isn't it? But what we will do now is say good evening and good night to people who are on the other channels. We are switching to the inner circle only. If you want to join the inner circle, go to dfimagicthemes.com/live for you. I'd probably wait a little bit longer because we're doing some different packages, so it might be worth your while to wait a tiny bit longer for that. But for the moment, I'm going to say good night to all the free groups, inner circle only. See you next time, free groups.
Take care, everybody.